They weren't just pets, they were soldiers with fur. We often think of heroes in terms of soldiers, tanks, and grand strategies. But what if I told you that some of the bravest heroes of the world's greatest conflicts walked on four legs, had a wet nose, and a tail that wouldn't stop wagging? Today, we're diving into the incredible, often untold, stories of war dogs, the loyal companions who delivered messages, detected danger, and became legends on the battlefield. From the muddy trenches of World War I to the complex battlegrounds of World War II, dogs have served alongside humans in ways that are nothing short of extraordinary. Their keen senses of smell and hearing were far superior to any technology of the time, making them invaluable assets. They were trained for a variety of critical roles: messenger dogs, sentry dogs, casualty dogs, and even morale-boosting mascots. Let's travel back to World War I. Picture the chaos of trench warfare, constant shelling, the threat of gas attacks, and communication lines that were constantly being destroyed. How do you get a vital message from one command post to another when phone lines are cut and human runners are easy targets? You give it to a dog. Messenger dogs, often Airedale Terriers or similar hardy breeds, were trained to navigate the treacherous, crater-filled landscape of no man's land. They ran faster and lower to the ground than a human, making them a much harder target. These dogs braved machine gun fire and artillery barrages, driven by loyalty and training to reach their handlers. They saved countless lives by ensuring that critical intelligence and orders got through when all other methods failed. One such hero was a dog named Stubby. What started as a stray puppy wandering onto the Yale University campus where soldiers were training became one of the most decorated dogs in American history. Smuggled to France by Private J. Robert Conroy, Sergeant Stubby, as he became known, served in 17 battles. His incredible sense of smell allowed him to warn his unit of incoming gas attacks, giving them precious time to put on their masks. He would locate wounded soldiers on the battlefield, barking until paramedics arrived. He even captured a German spy, holding him at bay until American soldiers could take him prisoner. Stubby was more than a mascot. He was a guardian angel for the 102nd Infantry Regiment. After the war, he met 3 U.S. presidents and became a national hero, a symbol of the bravery and loyalty that animals brought to the war effort. His story reminds us that heroes come in all shapes and sizes. As warfare evolved, so did the roles of these canine soldiers. World War II saw an even more organized and widespread use of dogs by all sides of the conflict. The U.S. military, for example, established the Dogs for Defense program, where civilians donated their pets to be trained for military service. Breeds like German Shepherds, Doberman, Pinschers, and Collies were trained as sentries, scouts, and messengers. And this brings us to the story of Chips, a German Shepherd Collie Husky mix from New York. Chips was a private, donated by his family to serve his country. He was known for being a bit of a troublemaker in training, but on the battlefield, his bravery was undeniable. During the invasion of Sicily in 1943, Chips and his handler were pinned down by a machine gun nest hidden in a pillbox. Before anyone could react, Chips broke free from his handler, charged directly at the pillbox, and disappeared inside. Moments later, the gunfire stopped. An enemy soldier emerged from the pillbox with Chips latched onto his arm, followed by several other soldiers who surrendered. Chips had single-handedly neutralized the threat, saving his platoon from certain disaster. He was wounded in the process but survived. For his incredible act of valor, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross and the Purple Heart. Although these were later revoked due to military policy against officially decorating animals. But for the men whose lives he saved, there was no doubt Chips was a hero. While big, strong dogs like Chips were charging into enemy fire, smaller dogs were proving that courage isn't measured by size. Meet Smoky, a tiny Yorkshire Terrier who weighed only 4 pounds and stood just 7 inches tall. Found abandoned in a foxhole in New Guinea. She was adopted by Corporal William Wynne. Smoky wasn't an official war dog, but her small size made her perfect for a unique and dangerous mission. Engineers needed to run a telegraph wire through a narrow, 70-foot-long culvert pipe under an active airfield. The alternative was a 3-day construction job that would have exposed the men to constant enemy bombing. It seemed impossible, but Corporal Wynne had an idea. He tied the wire to Smoky's collar, went to the other end of the pipe, and called for her. Smoky, ever loyal, scurried through the dark, cramped pipe, pulling the crucial communication line with her. She completed the task in minutes, saving the engineers from days of perilous work and keeping vital communication lines open. Smoky became a celebrated hero, but her service didn't end there. She also served as a therapy dog, visiting wounded soldiers in hospitals and bringing smiles and comfort to men who were far from home and family. Her gentle presence was a powerful medicine for the soul. And that brings us to a role that is perhaps the most profound of all, the role of a friend. In the midst of the fear, loneliness, and brutality of war, these dogs were a source of unconditional love and comfort. They were a living, breathing reminder of home, of a life beyond the conflict. A soldier could share his rations with his canine partner, confide his fears in a non-judgmental ear, and find a moment of peace simply by stroking a furry head. These dogs didn't just fight. They offered comfort, boosted morale, and forged unbreakable bonds with the soldiers they served. They were friends, confidants, and family members in the most trying of circumstances. The psychological support they provided was just as vital as any tactical advantage they offered on the battlefield. From Sergeant Stubby capturing spies, to Chips charging machine gun nests, and little Smoky running wires under an airfield. The history of war is filled with these incredible canine heroes. Their stories are a powerful testament to the intelligence, bravery, and unwavering loyalty of dogs. They didn't choose to go to war, but when they were called upon, they served with a courage that rivals any human soldier. They remind us that heroism isn't just about fighting. It's about service, sacrifice, and the profound connection between humans and animals. So the next time you see a dog, maybe take a moment to remember these four-legged heroes. They may not have monuments built for them in every city square, but their legacy lives on in the lives they saved and the hearts they touched. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you found these stories as incredible as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing tales from history. Let me know in the comments which dog's story inspired you the most. Until next time, stay curious.